So what's the Chiefs' plan to replace Trent McDuffie and Jaylen Watson now that they're with the Rams? Brett Veach might have started on that today. And also, we signed another running back. Let's talk about all that. Chiefs Kingdom, words are hard. How we doing? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Do us a favor. Hit that like button on the way in. Share this out with your friends, some Chiefs fans, some NFL fans. Let's talk about football, guys. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Mike, the Chiefs signed a couple players today. We plan to come on here and talk about just how they plan to replace Trent McDuffie and Jaylen Watson. Basically, the cornerback room in general now that it's completely gutted. And Brett Veach started on that earlier today. Signed a promising prospect, nothing crazy, but they also went out and got another running back tonight that I kind of like this signing as well. I think both were good, so we'll talk about all of that, man. Let's start with the corner, man, since I know some people already talked about that. You did a vertical live earlier, and you probably mentioned him, but let's talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, Kader Kohou. Look, I think he's a pretty decent signing. I said earlier on the vertical live, if anybody got to check that out, we talked a little bit about him, and I thought it was a pretty good signing. Look, he missed all of last year. He tore his ACL, but it was a partial tear. It was a partially torn ACL. He did it in July in training camp. He was trying to cover Tyreek Hill. I mean, how many ACLs has Tyreek Hill blown out, okay?
Right.
So there you go. He lost all of last year, but he got medically cleared to come back in March. So this month he was medically cleared. He hasn't had too much injury throughout his career, though, to that point. I think he had a neck injury in 2024. He missed a game, and he missed a game in 2025 with an oblique strain. But the dude is pretty decent when he plays. His career totals 180 tackles, 28 passes defended, 3 picks, and a sack. He got that versus Justin Herbert in 2023. Steve, PFF liked him in 2022 and 2023. He was as high as the number 7 corner in the league to start the 2023 season. He had a 92 PFF score, which is one of the highest PFF scores coverage grade they've ever given out. He got that back in a game recently. And then in 2024, he was ranked 57th among all corners on everything. So he's actually can do a little bit of everything, but his primary role has been in the slot. He's taken over 1,500 snaps in the slot, but he can go play out on the boundary. He's got 700 snaps plus in the boundary. So I look for the Chiefs to use Noah Williams and Christian Fulton right now, and I feel like this guy and Christian Roland Wallace now can maybe prevent Jamari Connor's ass from ever covering the slot, and that's a win.
Yeah, we'll see about that. We know this love affair with Spags and Jamari Conner saying, nay. No, but Kader Kohou, I like the signing. I'm with you. I understand he's coming off the ACL and everything like that. He's not a massive name or anything, but he had 38 career starts, and you mentioned his stats and everything. What I noticed with the guy is he was kind of a fan favorite in Miami because he was very aggressive, and he had that ability to play between the boundary and the slot, like you mentioned as well. So I think he's a great signing, especially considering the Chiefs desperately need bodies in the cornerback room right now. They just do. They're completely gutted. I think, they kind of got him on a 1-year prove-it deal. He's playing for, league minimum? Or no, that was the other dude. This dude got,
I didn't get to see his numbers
5.8 million. 5.8 million, estimated, $4 million guaranteed.
It's still not bad.
No, it's not bad. And I do think if he can get back to the level of play he was playing before that injury, I think that would be a great signing, actually, because like you said, he was rated very high by PFF and a lot of other guys, and also just in general, I think he's an aggressive player that can get out there and be a bit of a ball hawk for us.
Yeah, they've been looking for ball hawks. I think it's good. It's a low risk, high reward kind of signing, so I love it, man. So I'm just ready to see him play a little football.
Flapjack starting us off right.
Flapjack said, "Wake up!"
A hundo. He said, "Here's a hundo. Wake the hell up, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's go, homies. Let's go, Flapjack. Appreciate you, brother."
That's awesome, brother. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, that's how we start a live stream right there. Flapjack, you the man. Thanks so much. Means a lot, brother. Thanks for the support. Y'all put some legendaries in the chat, some nukes, if you will, for Flapjack out here.
Yeah, he gets the nuke. Just a straight nuke. Can I put a nuke in the chat for him? I don't know if I can.
Everybody should. If you can, do it. That's all I got to say.
I can't even do it over here.
Yeah.
I tried. It's a flap
Let's
jacket sauce,
freaking
brother. We
go.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I guess he likes the signings today. He's in good mood. Flapjack
feeling
came
good
in here
today.
hot. He said, I like Kader Kohou. He just likes to say the name, Kader Kohou.
Kader Kohou.
But yeah, you guys let us know in the chat how you feel about that cornerback signing. I know it's nothing special, and I think they're still going to address cornerback in the draft.
Absolutely.
Maybe higher than you would think, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. But I think it was a good signing. Let me know what you guys think. And let's move on to the other one, Mike. They also signed running back Emari Demercado. He's on a 1-year deal at vet minimum. He played in Arizona in 13 games for Arizona last year. He rushed 44 times for 312 yards, had an impressive 7.1 yards per carry. He also added 101 receiving yards and a touchdown. Over his span in Arizona, he rushed for well over 1,000 yards. He also averaged 6.5 yards per carry. So he is a big play machine. You guys probably remember him because last season he rushed for like a 60-some yard touchdown, and he let go of the ball a split second too early. And Gannon got real pissed off at him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah. But, we were talking about that before the stream. It's like, that's petty. Just give him the touchdown. I mean, no one was near him. I mean, what are we doing here? But no, man, I really like this signing as well, too, Mike. I mean, vet minimum, the guy proves that he is a big play guy, and that's what the Chiefs want. That's why they went and got Kenneth Walker. So this is a good one to pair up with him. I think he's a pretty good receiving back. I'm not sure about his pass protection ability, but that's yet to be seen. Hopefully it's pretty good. Might be looking at a change of pace kind of back. Insurance, just to have behind Kenneth Walker. But he's 5'11", 210 pounds. He's a reliable third down back with great pass protection skills is what I'm reading as far as the scouting report goes. I can't confirm that because I haven't really watched it. And, of course, like I mentioned, he's most infamous for the 72-yard run against Seattle last season where he accidentally dropped the ball before crossing the goal line. He had a Leon Lett moment. So, I mean, that's not what you want to be known for. But the fact that we're ignoring the fact that he just broke off a 72-yard touchdown. I mean, come on, bro. Are we just ignoring that?
Yeah, look, I really like this signing. He's not got a lot of chance, okay? But in the limited carries he has had, his 3-year total is 126 carries, 819 rushing yards. So if that's all in one season, pretty good season, 6.5 yards per carry. He averaged 9.3 yards per carry last year. We've been wanting some burst out of the backfield. This guy could be a home run hitter. He also had 50 receptions in his career for over 1,100 scrimmage yards, 4 tutties. Like you said, big play. He's a home run hitter for sure. In 2024, I think only Barkley and Devon Achane had more rushing touchdowns of 45 yards than Demercado did. And that's Demercado not even getting to carry the ball hardly ever. He had a 71-yard run in 2025. A 53-yard TD run in 2024, and then like you mentioned versus the Titans, he had that 72-yard touchdown, got knocked out of the back of the end zone. The yards after contact, 5.52 is what he averaged in 2025, so that means, hey, this dude's tough to take down. An 86% positive run rate is what I dug up on him. That pretty much means he's almost never getting stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. And then the pass blocking thing, like you said, PFF has consistently graded him as an adequate to good pass blocker. So I think it's fine. I think
scouting report says he's great in pass protection, but I haven't seen it myself, so that's all I was saying.
So yeah, PFF says he's adequate to good, and then so I think he's probably above average there. He's not really had a lot of durability issues. He had a high ankle sprain this past year, and I think he missed like maybe 4 weeks. He had a back injury where he missed a couple games, maybe 4 games in 2024, and it's almost been like fluke injuries. So look, he come on the map big time when he put up 150 yards when TCU upset Michigan back in the playoffs back in 2022. He coming on the scene. He's smart. He was a first-team All-Academic Big 12 selection. Dude, I think it's a solid signing right here. I really do.
I mean, it's like low risk, high reward. I mean, you're paying the guy $1.1 million.
Do you kind of feel like though this prevents Kareem Hunt coming back on a 1 year? Because if you bring Kareem Hunt back, you've got 4 in the backfield, so they're not going to draft?
I don't really know, man. I don't know. I don't know if they will draft running back. I think, like, to me, like, all the scenarios I keep going through myself because I've been just trying to play with the mock drafts and stuff, just to try to get an idea. I don't really think they go running back unless they can snake Mike Washington Jr. in like 4th round or something.
Yeah, you're not getting him in the 4th or 5th round. Like the only thing I can come up with is like 5th round. Like maybe you get a Nick Singleton to fall or a Katron Allen fall to the 4th.
Something like that. But
they
don't have to
make it fit.
They don't have to. They really don't.
Not at all.
I mean, this running back room has been reloaded. I mean, if they were to, right now you're looking at those, Kenneth Walker, Demercado, Richard Smith. But like you said, they could just sign back Kareem Hunt on a 1-year deal and be done. Just have him for short yardage.
They could, and you still got the practice squad. They'll rotate them around. So,
yeah. No, not bad, man. I think Brett Veach is on fire so far in free agency. And it's funny, dude, because I tried to beat this into everybody's heads over the last year or so. Like, Brett Veach has got to focus more on free agency and less on the draft. And that's not me downplaying the draft, but that's just saying, like, Brett Veach has been really trying to reload the rosters with a lot of unproven guys. Because let's be honest here. The draft is nothing but all unproven guys. They've never played a snap in the NFL. So you can think they're going to be the greatest thing ever, like everybody thinks about Jeremiah Love or Reuben Bain. But you have no idea how that's going to pan out. You just don't. So I think that he's gone for more of a different strategy here, just getting high upside veterans on flexible deals. It's like he's flipped his script completely. So I don't know if Brett Veach watches the show and he got tired of hearing me complain. But he's definitely on fire right now. With the signings of Kohou and Demercado, Tonga, Gilman, these are very underrated signings in my opinion. I feel like none of them are flashy. Those 4 are not flashy whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
they're solid.
They're solid as hell. They're solid as hell. They're really good. And then you also, he snuck Thornton back in for 2 years. I think they're tendering Nico Remigio for special teams, and then of course Kenneth Walker III.
Yeah, Matt Araiza as well.
Yeah, so right now, dude, he's on fire, and he's really opened himself up to be able to take best player available in the draft, which is what Brett Veach loves to do. He does not like to go into a draft handcuffed to one position.
Right.
If he's handcuffed to anything right now, it's probably an edge rusher, to be quite honest about it.
Yeah, look, and we keep telling people this from everything we're hearing, and even Brett Veach out of his own mouth. It sounds to me like he knows pass rusher
top 40
is about 6 to 7 deep, and they very well all could go within the first round, maybe the first 40 picks. 40 is the latest you can get a pass rusher here. And I honestly believe he's hoping that one of those guys fall to number 9. I think that's the number 1 plan right now.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see. He might make a trade up. He might be aggressive. I have no idea. It just really depends on what he wants to do. I've seen a lot of people thinking that they might still go after Jeremiah Love. There's no way. I just, I understand where you're coming from somewhat with that. But at the same time, it doesn't make any sense. How the hell are you going to pay Kenneth Walker $15 million a year? You got $31 million or something like that guaranteed to Jeremiah Love if you draft him.
Right.
And you also have to trade up into the top 3 potentially to get Jeremiah Love.
We honestly cannot give
that just
up
doesn't
all
make
those
sense.
draft picks and then turn around and pay him $37 million guaranteed.
I'm falling more and more into the crowd that's like, you know what? If we're sitting at 9 and Francis Manoa's there, take him.
Dude, the other day I did a live, and we done 6 mock drafts. We did one if they take running back, or not running back, but corner first. We did one if they take a tight end. We did one with tackle. We did one with Sonny Styles. We did one with a wide receiver. We did one with a defensive end. We did all of them, and literally the best one was Francis Manoa. That was almost the best one we did, and it's you wouldn't think it would turn out that good, but it's everything just laid out perfectly. Whereas if you reach quickly on a wide receiver, you start to lose your pass rush. You start to lose your inside interior players that are good.
There's a handful of guys that could be in the first round there, depending on how high you want to take them. But, the Chiefs could very well look at tackle in the first round, maybe even at pick 40 in the second round. There's a handful of guys. We're talking about Maui Noah. There's also Fano, Lomu. There's, was it Blake Miller? Is that his name?
Blake Miller's coming up. Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, dude.
You got to
Caden Proctor.
Maxie Honachur. You've got a bunch.
It's a lot, dude. So, I actually, it's funny because it's not top heavy with O linemen like it usually is, where it's these guys are going to go top 5. But, from say 9 to 40, there is a plethora of tackles
honestly,
right there
look,
that could go.
You've got to take defensive end quick. If you don't get Boehner Bailey at number 9, you may have to take, Like, so look, your big three right now that you have to take, I feel like, are defensive end, corner, and either wide receiver or tackle. And honestly, wide receiver and tackle, when you start looking at the money and where it goes, you're better off to get a defensive end, a wide receiver, before you get a tackle, because the money is easier for the wide receiver and the defensive end. Like, it costs more to get those. So corner is actually above defensive end or above tackle. So technically tackle is the one that you could wait on. Now, who could you wait and get? You could get a Cage Casey out of Boise, but I mean, he could possibly slide down into guard. There's a Mil Wagner out of Notre Dame that I really like. You got Austin Barber out of Florida. That's a nice zone tackle. There's a few guys later in the draft, but dude, Brett Veach has got his hands full. I'm glad he's got 3 picks, and it almost makes you think, a lot of these people think we're going to like pair these up and go moving up. I don't know if he will. He may just sit and take 3 really solid top 40 picks.
Right. There's something else I want to talk about, but before we get to that, I want to shout out Fred Smith with a 5 bomb. Says Dim can put a foot in the ground and follow blockers, talking about Demercado. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, if you watch his tape, man, there's a lot of promise there. I think it's a very low-risk, high-reward signing. I really like it. Mikey likes stuff with the 5 bomb. Says re-sign Hunt, then get a tackle, tight end, wide receiver of the draft, rest the picks on the defensive side of the ball. Not a bad strategy. It just depends on where you can land these guys and what's the best value when you're picking. I think that's really what's going to make the most sense for Brett Veach. Appreciate the donos, guys. You guys are awesome. Y'all show some love in the chat to those guys. I've seen, so this is something that I want to discuss before we start talking about how we're going to replenish this cornerback room, because we do want to touch on that. That's kind of the point of this one. But there's a lot of talk throughout the league today. Ian Rappaport came out and said that the Chiefs want to trade for A.J. Brown. Okay. So
that's a wild report.
Right. So here's my thing. Is there actually smoke? Has he actually heard something, or is he basing this off of that the Chiefs tried to trade for A.J. Brown before?
Right.
So they still would want to do that, because I've said that straight out of my mouth. Usually when Brett Veach sees a player he wants, I'm very surprised he didn't go after Boye Mafe, and he might have.
He might have. It was just a lot.
He got paid a lot. Yeah. So I don't know if there's much to this report. I mean, obviously there's an A.J. Brown sweepstakes kind of going on. Is it potentially true?
They've turned down a first-round pick. So would you honestly give up number 29 to get A.J. Brown? Would you be willing to do that? Because I know a lot of people's been willing to give up number 40 for Brian Thomas Jr.
Would I give up 29 for A.J. Brown? I would consider it. But here's the things that I have to consider.
They probably want more than that, though, don't they?
Yeah, probably. And here's the thing. Is A.J. Brown the player, like the football player, worth 29th pick? Absolutely. A.J. Brown might be the best wide receiver in football.
But could he be a locker room cancer?
Exactly. You really have to look at that. I mean, he showed his ass with the Eagles.
He
showed his ass with the Titans.
Rasheed Rice?
Yeah, I just don't know if we can.
Bro, those two may start a game.
Like, I feel like that is right. I feel like that's right there with Mekhi Lemon, to where it's like, do you really want to take a chance? We have so many character concerns with our wide receiver room already. Do you really want to take a chance on that? Because I think the fans are absolutely sick of it. And it's like, I don't know if you can with that high of a price tag. But like I said, his play and what he can do, absolutely I would trade him for 29. I mean, let's be serious here. If you go back and look at the grading over the last 2 years, he's been the best receiver in football, and that's over Justin Jefferson, that's over Jamar Chase.
But can you even make sense of his contract? The Eagles have butchered
that's
that thing
another
up so
thing.
bad. I'm like, I don't even know how in the world much this guy costs.
Right, go look at it and see what you're on the hook for. Who knows?
Who knows? There's 47 void years on it.
So there's a lot to that, and obviously Brett Veach knows this stuff. I think the thing that they have to make sure, if they want to go for A.J. Brown, I'm okay with it. He's a great receiver.
He has an incentive in his contract where if he catches a certain amount of balls, he gets paid in gummy worms. How are you going to get gummy worms enough to get this guy? Like, there's everything in that contract.
I'm done for the night.
You think I'm lying? It's not.
Well, either way, even if he loves gummy worms as much as you're claiming,
he's getting gummy worms for that reception total.
My whole point is A.J. Brown, you get him. If you want to go get him, and that's who you think you want, great player, great football player. But you better make damn sure that he is not going to cause problems, because I really feel like in my gut, he is a shit starter. He is that guy. I mean, that's all he did with the Eagles was complain every week about his quarterback, about his coach, about not getting the ball. And you have to
Right.
remember, the Chiefs are not going to base their offense around A.J. Brown. If they bring him in, they could very well D-hop him. He could maybe not get any.
Everybody in the chat's throwing this
Yeah,
up,
so
man.
I think it's a big decision you have to make. And do I trust Brett Veach to make the right decision on that? I don't know, because we have such bad luck with these receivers. I don't know anymore if they make good judgment calls on this kind of thing. I don't know. Like,
Right.
how do you pass up George Pickens? How do you pass up DK Metcalf because you want to put a red flag beside them because they might have character concerns? But you go out and you draft Rashee Rice. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here?
I feel like they missed Pickens. I feel like, honestly, somebody in that room fought tooth and nail to get Sky Moore on this team.
Probably
They
Veach
thought
himself.
He was closer to Tyreek Hill than Pickens. And then as soon as Pickens got in some trouble, they said, well, we had a red flag beside him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I would have put a red flag beside? Sky Moore's ass for not being able to catch a football. That's a big red flag, too.
Like, I am completely fine with you not wanting A.J. Brown on this team. I'm completely fine if you're one of those people. Where's the report? It's just been thrown out there by Ian Rappaport. There's no actual report or anything like that, by the way. But it's just been thrown out by Ian Rappaport. Now, it is true the Chiefs did try to trade for him before he went to the Eagles. He even went on a podcast and talked about it, about how the Chiefs were trying to trade for him. So that's a known thing. And I'm fine with you not wanting A.J. Brown. But to get in the chat like Marvin and just repeatedly write A.J. is ass and he's not good, that's wild.
Marvin hates him. That's all there is
I
to it.
understand you don't like him, but let's not. You can't be crazy. He's not bad. He's not
He
a bad
is getting
receiver.
older. Do you think maybe at any point he declines a little bit, though, and doesn't become as effective? Especially sometimes your attitude can affect that as well. You've seen them go to AJ. Was it did they get in the playoffs? Wasn't there like a playoff game or something? He dropped the ball in a key moment because he was crying because he didn't get the ball earlier, and then he didn't look a ball
Exactly.
in.
That's what you have to worry about with him. Now, is it his age? I don't know. I think AJ is probably in his prime right now. He's what, 27, 28 years old?
29, isn't he?
No.
Maybe not. Are you sure? AJ's old, brother.
No, he'll be okay. Yeah, you're right.
He's
He'll be turning
28.
29 this summer.
Okay, so he's going to go in 29.
But he's in the prime.
That's not
He's
the
in
end of the
his
world.
prime right now. He's in his prime.
Right, it's not the end of the world. He's got 2, 3, 4 good years left.
But the
of him.
Eagles are asking for a first round pick and more. So you're
right,
going
and
to
the
have
Chiefs
to really
can't
pay
give
for
that
him.
up.
I don't think so. But I mean, dude's a tank. He's 6'1", 226. We all have seen him play. Absolute monster. I don't know about the head on his shoulders. That's all.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, look, if I'm the Chiefs, I'm not really touching any of these dudes. I didn't want to touch Mike Evans. I thought the contract he got was just out of control. I don't really want to even bring Tyreek Hill back. I don't want to mess with A.J. Brown. I just feel like they're just descending right now, and it doesn't make sense. Like, Brett Veach's entire thing this season is we're starting to see that he's trying to get back to youth. He's trying to get that's what he's doing right now. He needed draft picks. He went and got them. Any way he could, he went and he got them. I don't see him giving up some of these hard-earned draft picks to go get older guys.
Right.
I just don't see him doing it.
Just to kind of put a bow on this A.J. Brown thing, you mentioned it's really hard to decipher what you'd be on the hook for as far as the contract, right? So I'm trying to look into that. And basically the financial math behind that entire trade is very, very tricky because of the way the Eagles do things.
Exactly, yeah.
I'll read this to you for what it's worth. It says, if the Chiefs trade for him today, they take on his existing contract. And here's what that looks like for the upcoming season. The 2026 cap hit alone is $23.39 million. Okay, good luck with that. Good luck figuring that out. Total cash due is $29 million. This is what the Chiefs would actually have to pay him this year is $29 million with a cap hit of 23.39. The remaining $31 million of his contract effectively is guaranteed for 2026. So
Yeah.
they have to pay him $31 million, and he's taking a massive cap hit. Can the Chiefs afford him? As of today, March 12th, the Chiefs have roughly $18 million to $22 million in functional cap space after the trades and signings in the last 48 hours. Trading Trent McDuffie to the Rams cleared $14.5 million cap, which made a move for a star like Brown mathematically possible. But is it necessary? To fit Brown's $23.4 million cap under, the Chiefs would likely need to restructure some more contracts. They're going to have to restructure more contracts. I don't think that's the route you go, especially with some guys in this draft. To me, Mike, I feel like there are guys in the draft that you can get at even Omar Cooper. If you can get him at the end of the first round, I'm taking that. I don't know about all this.
Right. Sammy says, Fi Bomb, we need a Chiefs room breakdown. Some rooms just need a backup or two. Top 50 draft picks should go to day one starters. Don't draft the backup at pick 9. Yeah, so in other words, pick a starter early.
Yeah, I think so. I'm with you, Sammy. I think that, none of the rooms are like completely gutted except for the cornerback room right now, and you see them piecing that together. And that's why we wanted to talk about the cornerback room tonight. But like really even the defensive line right now after the Tonga signing, they drafted O&L last year. They drafted Ashton Gelati last year. They just paid George Karlaftis, which that contract's looking brilliant right now after we've seen what these defensive ends are getting paid.
They're going to have FAU back healthy this year. I don't know how that helps. Be back.
So I do feel like they're like maybe one away there, like maybe one, maybe two if you want to really get. Yeah, if
you could grab a Reuben Bain or somebody in the first round, that's just locked.
Yeah, and then the same with the receivers. I feel like they don't need a lot; they just need like maybe one. So
how bad do you think the receiving crew is? Like I'm seeing people on X like just over stressing over the receiver room. Like, dude, Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy and Jalen Royals and Tyquan Thornton's just the worst wide receiver room in football. And it's like, I don't know if I'd go to that.
Now, the way that they didn't get open last year,
they're mid.
You can argue it.
Well, Tyquan Thornton was getting open, and they put him on the bench. We didn't even get to see what Jalen. Dude,
there were personnel fumbles all last year by our coaching staff.
I was talking today. Everybody's talking about we need to go get Mekhi Lemon at pick number 9. We got to have a Rashee Rice replacement. We may have drafted that last year. We don't even know. Jalen Royals was literally a running back with the ball in his hands at Utah State. That was his thing. But we haven't got to see him on the field because apparently Advil don't work for this dude, or Andy Reid just wouldn't put him out there.
Right. Yeah. You're not wrong, man. The Bocious, I think is how you say this, is with a 2 bomb. Would you bring in Jawan Jennings? So, here's the thing with Jawan Jennings. Like, it's not flashy. It's not going to make people, it's not going to horn up everybody. It's not going to do that. But I do think it's a good fit. I mean, a lot of analysts think that he might be like the missing piece for the Chiefs wide receiver room. Like, he's not like some big flashy thing like, oh, we're going to go A.J. Brown. I mean, obviously, Jawan Jennings is just kind of like, But he's kind of like a dirty work receiver, right? Like, he could kind of maybe fill in what Juju was doing. Maybe something like that. But they might even bring Juju back for a year. We don't even know yet. I think he's an elite blocker as far as receivers go. He's very reliable on third downs, much like Juju. I mean, they even nickname him 3rd and 1 because they know he can get him. He can get open, and he makes contested catches. I think there's some other teams that are actually looking at Jawan Jennings right now. I've seen that Seattle and the Titans might be in the Jawan Jennings mix. So, I mean, you might not get him for as cheap as you think you might. There might be a couple of teams after him. I think he's, nothing flashy, but I think he could be that dirty work kind of guy. If they don't bring Juju back, I think he would be a good fit.
Jawan. Yeah, I mean, I'm down with it, I guess. I think he's not been signed yet, so I think his value come down a little bit, right?
There's a couple of teams that I've read that are interested. So
yeah, but they were saying he could get up to like, what was it, 15 mil per year, 20.
He's not going to make that much.
That's insane to me. So I also don't think he's a guy that has to go in and do a 1-year deal either. So I don't know where he ends up. Who knows? I mean, the Commanders are signing everybody. Maybe they'll sign him too. So
I feel like the Commanders are the new Denver Broncos. Like every offseason they start signing everybody.
Yeah, they're just signing people like crazy.
I see a lot of people in the chat talking about Chris Bell while we're on receivers before we move on to the cornerback stuff. I want to talk about Chris Bell for a split second. I mean, he played right up the road from us in Louisville. He's 6'2", 222 pounds. I like Chris Bell as far as like a value pick. Like if he falls, cool. I see a lot of good things on his tape. He screams first rounder just because of his physicality and the fact that he can break off any little reception for a pretty big gain. But his medical chart and some other things scream slide, draft day slide. So
for sure.
I'm thinking if you could get good value on him, I'm all for it. He's not the first person that's going to come to mind to me when I think about great fits with the Chiefs or anything like that, but he's a good player, and I do like his take. Mike, I think I've mentioned him to you a couple times where I was like, pretty physical, pretty good running or wide receiver, gets a lot of yak. He's built more like those. He's built more like a damn linebacker than he is a wide receiver. I mean, he's 222 pounds. How tall is he? 6'2", 222 pounds.
Yeah,
he's a big boy. So he's a physical nightmare for defensive backs. So that'll help with like contested catches and things like that. He has the play style of like Deebo Samuels and like meets Anquan Bolden or something like that. Like he doesn't just catch the ball. He's going to get yak because he's hard to bring down. He's a big boy. So whoever the first person that tries to tackle him, he punishes them. He's got elite speed. He got up to 21.5 miles an hour in 2025, which is terrifying for a guy the size of Chris Bell. He kind of had a breakout in 2025 before he got injured. He had 917 yards and 6 touchdowns in just 11 games. He had a legendary 3-game stretch against Pittsburgh, Virginia, and Miami, where he accounted for 440 yards and 5 touchdowns all by himself in 3 games. If he falls, he tore an ACL, though. He's coming off an ACL, guys. You have to remember that. So, and that was, I think, in late November-ish is when he tore that ACL. So he hasn't, obviously, he couldn't test the combine or pro day or anything like that. If you're looking at the downside of him, he's stiff. He's stiff hips, like just not like the most athletic guy in the world. And a lot of people think he's like a one-trick pony. They think there's just not a whole lot to his game. But I mean, I'm a Chris Bell fan, but I think you have to get he'd have to be a really good value pick for me to take him.
You're going to get a medical discount on Chris Bell. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You're going to get him at 40, maybe. I don't think he lasts to 74, although I would probably have him or after pick 50 to 70, somewhere in that range for me. So, I mean, 74 would be about right for me. I like him. I just think he didn't run routes too well. He relied just too much on being physical. He relied on his speed a lot. He's so physical at the top of his routes. He got flagged crazy amounts of time for OPI pushing off. He didn't run many breaking in routes or breaking out routes, so his change of direction in the route running, I just didn't see a lot of great stuff there. He's so big and he runs so fast sometimes that he has to take so much effort to like gear down and change direction.
Yeah.
In the NFL, I don't know if he can do that, like that stop-start ability. But he is fast. He accelerates decently, and he's tough to bring down because he's so big. But the point is coming off an ACL and you're 222 pounds, is he going to come back as fast and nimble? You got to ask yourself that question. Like, he's not doing what Mahomes does. Mahomes doesn't cut like this guy has to be asked to do week in and week out.
Right. I think the highest
day in and day out.
The highest that you could really even start thinking about Chris Bell to me is probably, do we have pick 61?
No.
70?
40 something and 74.
I don't know. You have to look it up. Around that range, though. That's probably the range that you would have to look at him in. And here's the thing to consider, guys. All you guys that are really big on Chris Bell. This is a guy that might start the season on the PUP list.
It's possible.
It might take him damn near half a season to get back.
Yeah,
and then
it scares me that a rookie in an Andy Reid offense
Jaylen,
is not going to be able to go through the whole offseason.
We just went through this. We just went through this with Royals. That's what I'm saying. And look what happened. We didn't get to see nothing out of him his rookie season. So, I mean, it could be almost like a replay of that. Like, literally. So, just something to think about. It's 74. Yeah, that's the pick. Appreciate you, Chrono. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Chris Bell. Real quick, guys, just want to say thanks for being here tonight. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do your boys a favor and subscribe to the channel. It just takes a second. YouTube tells us like 90% of you guys that watch aren't subscribed. We got to change that. We're trying to get up to about 100K. That's probably the ultimate goal here. We're a little over halfway, but we need your help. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Also share us out with your friends and other Chiefs fans. Yeah, man, pretty much we came in tonight to talk about Obviously, there were some signings and stuff like that we had to touch on, and then we kind of got off in the weeds a little bit with the receiver stuff. But let's talk about the cornerback room, y'all. Let's talk about the cornerback room, because once the Rams came in and swooped up Trent McDuffie and Jaylen Watson, you're kind of left with Christian Fulton, who we know is made of glass. You're left with our rookie Noel Williams, who was impressive, but I mean, you still don't know 100% what you got with him. And then you got some other guys like Christian Roland Wallace. You got Jamari Connor, who's hopefully not playing in the slot. I'm missing some. Kevin Knowles. I always forget about Kevin Knowles. I did like what I saw from Knowles last year, but I don't know if he needs to be your CB 2 or 3. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot to do in that room. Now, the signing of Kohou today was good. I think it's got a lot of upside to it, and I do think that you will see him used quite a bit this year. I mean, they paid him $5 million, Mike, so I think they're planning on using him, at least rotationally. And like you said, maybe because he loves to be in the slot, we could see less Jamari Connor in the slot. That would be ideal. I think Jamari Connor's needs to move back to safety, and that's just where he needs to be, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but what else can they do? Replacing Trent McDuffie is no easy task. It's just not. I think if you want to replace, and I've said this a couple times, it's well documented here on All Chiefed Up, but I think if you want to replace Trent McDuffie, and it's not 1-for-1, because I don't think this guy's going to play at the level of Trent McDuffie, but I've said before, like if you went to the lab and you were trying to just, mad scientist somebody together to replace Trent McDuffie, I think it's Avion Terrell. They're about the same size. They both play inside outside. They're both sticky as hell. Great athletes, great footwork. That's the one that I think if you're really trying to replace Trent McDuffie, you're going to have to be looking at him around 29. And I know a lot of people are bringing up Monster Delaney and Jermod McCoy at pick 9. And to me, Mike, I can't get on that train. I feel like it's way too rich for a cornerback in the top 10 of this draft. I don't know if I love it. Plus, there's some injury concerns. We got McCoy coming off the injury and stuff like that. But what do you think? Of all the scenarios to replace via the draft, who are you kind of in on? Because there's a lot of people that want to stay really late and go, just pick your poison. I've seen some people that like Will Lee from Mississippi State. I've seen people that like Ephesian Surprise Sock. What a name. There's a couple. You like Charles Demings. What do you think the route is to go here for the Chiefs? Because they have, if they go draft right now and don't sign anybody else, they might have to draft 2.
Yeah. Look, it's in the tiers for me. Here's how I put it. The Chiefs have 2 first-round picks. One's in the top 15. The next is in the bottom 15, right? So, 16. So here's my thing. Anybody that would fly into the top 16 picks, there's 2. I think Delaney and I think Jermod McCoy is top 16, but honestly, they both got some problems. Delaney gets beat up a lot to be a press man corner. If you get a big physical wide receiver, he can get beat up on, but he's pretty good. I think he's only got 1 solid year under him. He kind of had a breakout this year. But Jermod McCoy, he was a surefire number 1, and then he misses this entire season. So he's got some questions. I don't take either one of them at 9. I think it's a little too rich.
Yeah.
I would feel better about getting them, like I said, mid-teens, 15, 16. I'd feel better there. I would honestly take Kenyon Sadiq over those 2 at number 9. I would rather have Sadiq over Delaney or McCoy at number 9.
Agreed.
So then you've got tier 2. And that's going to be your back end first guys. And I think that you've got 2 guys there. You have Delaney and McCoy in your top, and I'll just say mid round. So you got nobody in the top 10. You've got 2 between 10 and 20, and you've got 2 between 20 and 32. And
Terrell
those
and
guys,
Pons?
Who?
Are you going to say Terrell and Pons?
No.
Avion
Terrell, and Brandon Cisse, I think, are those 2.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Cisse. He's good.
Yeah, I think Cisse could slide into the back end of the first, and Avion Terrell. But I've got questions about both of them. Terrell is still kind of small. He's 186. He doesn't create a lot of turnovers. He can hit in the run game, but it's a different game in the NFL. You go in and put your nose down on a Derrick Henry, and a little guy like him is going to get trucked. There's lots of things there. Brandon Cisse, he doesn't play as physical sometimes as you like. There's certain things you can pick apart. Then I think you get guys in the top of the second round. And this is where I think you hit a lot in the top of the second round, right around that pick 40. You could get a Keith Abney. You could get a D'Angelo Ponce. You could get a Chris Johnson out of San Diego State. I think Colton Hood's right there in that one. I don't think Colton Hood's a first-round pick. I've got him right there. I've got him with Ponce, Johnson, and Hood. Then if you can't get nobody in the second round, you go to the third and fourth rounds. I think Charles Deming, Dylan Everett right there at the third round. Malik Muhammad, Julian Neal, those kinds of guys. David Igbinosun out of Ohio State. Those are your guys. And, if you look, the meat of it is right around number 40. So we've always called this out. Brett Veach, I think, there is no Trent McDuffie in this draft. Brett Veach was fine to go up and get McDuffie when McDuffie was sliding because McDuffie was a top 10 pick that slid. And it paid off, right? He's a top 2 or 3 corner in the league.
Right,
just got paid like it.
Absolutely.
He slid. Okay? George Karlaftis slid. He was a guy that was projected to go in the top 3 or 4 or 5 too. And then the more it went on, everybody overthinks themselves, and these guys fall completely out. So there's either going to be something like that happens with a Mansour Delaney or Jermod McCoy that maybe Breach wants to come up from 29 for. Or if not, I think you've got to get, we've already discussed this, you've got to get your edge rushers quick. You've got to take an edge rusher with one of those picks. And your other one is going to be either Maui Noah or it's going to be, it's just a tackle. A tackle or it's going to be a wide receiver, I think. That's how you got to play it. And I think you've got to go tackle or wide receiver. Then you've got to go with your pass rusher. And then I think at pick 40, I would rather pick between Abney, Ponce, Chris Johnson, Colton Hood, somebody like that than Cisse and Terrell because I've got problems there. I wouldn't want to take Delaney or McCoy at number 9. That feels too rich. So I think you're looking at value, and that's how I would play it. I would put them in those tiers, and I like tier 3 better than I like tier 1 and tier 2 for the value, honestly. And that may just be me, right?
No, I mean, I'm right there with you. I'm tracking. The Boschus with another 2 says, any thoughts on a QB2 if Mahomes isn't ready by week 1? Yeah, I think they absolutely have to go out and find a good veteran QB2 because what we have right now with Jake Haener and Chris Oladokun, I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that even if Mahomes comes back week 1 because he's coming off an injury, and if he has to miss any time throughout the season, I don't trust either of those 2. Now, I think they need a good vet quarterback. I don't care who you have to go get, even if it is somebody stanky like Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't care. I trust him way more than these 2 that we have on the roster. Now, I mentioned this to Mike and Pops. I think that it's interesting to start looking if he falls and he's all the way down there in 6th or 7th round. I think it'd be interesting to look at Taylon Green. Is that his name? The kid from Arkansas? He's
the quarterback.
He's 6'5", and he ran a 4.3 40. And I don't know if he's going to be a quarterback in the league. He's not the greatest ball thrower in the world, but the athleticism's off the charts, size off the charts. You could be looking at making him a receiver. You could be looking at making him something different. But also, it's just a lot of athleticism there. What do they say about Chris Oladokun all the time? He's great because he can play a perfect Lamar Jackson in practice. He's our practice squad Lamar Jackson. Well, what if you had a guy out there that could run a 4.3 40? That's an even better Lamar Jackson.
But if he has to throw, he ain't very good.
But is that something that you could work on? Is that something that he could develop? I mean, I don't know. So it's pretty intriguing to think about the backups for Mahomes because it's the last thing you think about is who's the backup quarterback going to be. But I mean, it's definitely something that they need to think about this season. Honestly,
I mean, they're just going to have to sign somebody to a 1 year.
Yeah, they need a vet guy. They need a vet guy
with Oladokun. Yeah, for sure.
No.
Somebody said in the chat, sorry, Mike, but I think we got to go D-line at number 9. I mean, we got to get edge. You've got to get edge in the first round.
Well,
y'all prefer edge at number 9.
Don't be surprised if they don't try to take a value pick on Caleb Banks now that come out about his foot. Because he's going to fall.
He's going to slide. So that's what I'm saying.
We don't need a day 1 defensive tackle.
Right. So what if you get Bain at number 9 or Bailey? They slide, and then at number 29, maybe you get your Caleb Banks.
Another value pick, I think that a lot of people aren't talking about, Mike, is the tackle from Oregon.
Yeah, Worlds. He hurt that ACL, but I mean,
dude, the value that you could get on him if he comes back healthy,
right, but he's probably gonna miss the whole season, right? So
exactly, but you don't need him. You don't need him right this second. You don't have to have him right this second. That's what I was saying. Kind of like with the other cat we were talking about.
I just think it's so wild that people act like our offensive line is so trash. Like we've literally got 4 really solid starters out of 5, and honestly, it's not like Jalen Moore's horrible. Brett Veach went out and paid him a crap ton. The dude's making like literally the 6th highest guaranteed thing on our roster.
Between him and Asapole, I think they got it wrapped up, honestly.
But I feel like they think that they're not even any good.
And if they're not, if they don't pan out and they're just not working, then maybe you have to make a mid-season change. Maybe you go out and that's who they're looking at around trade deadline is like, oh, maybe we should go ahead and address the tackle position. I don't know. We'll see. Mikey likes stuff with another 5. Says Chiefs draft and coach up cornerback really well. Best position for Veach and coaching staff, in my opinion. That's like been like the known thing for the Chiefs is they can draft these cornerbacks late, they can develop them, and they never pay them, right? It's not wrong, but
when you think about it, though, it's not as good as you think it is.
Now, Jalen Watson was a hit. Josh Williams never panned out. They took him in the 4th round.
Right, they never would let him play.
What was his name?
Nick Jones.
Nick Jones. They took him in the 7th round. He never made it.
They drafted Kamal Haddon. Didn't even make the roster. They drafted Najee Johnson.
I don't think it's as prolific as people think. I think they just think about the ones where it's like, oh, well, they drafted Snead, a safety, late, and they made him a corner, and he was good.
I think they've done a good job hitting. I just think, like, there's been some of them that we hyped before it was their time.
They traded up for Chamari Connor, brother.
Yeah.
And we've seen what happened there. So
Jaden Hicks. He looked good his first year, and he's regressed last year. Couldn't even get on the football field.
I agree with you, Mikey. I agree with you. Appreciate the 5 bomb.
Yeah, me too.
But I do think maybe it's a little overplayed, in my opinion. Like, I think
it's something to think about for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Mike got that train rolling in, baby. Iron Price telling everybody to suck it and take his 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go, Iron Price. That's awesome. If you got one of those, make sure to thank him in the chat. And I think he would want you to see this.
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
Let's freaking go, Iron Price. Appreciate you,
Iron
brother.
Price's little YouTube logo there he's got.
I like that. Looks good.
Makes me happy, man.
We got Sammy in the house with the 2. So 7 DBs. Noel and Fulton are the only outside cornerbacks. And you're absolutely correct there. And now, this dude they got... today,
Kohou. His name's tough, huh?
Kohou.
Yeah.
He can play on the boundaries, but he's primarily slot.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be a slot guy with us.
So they definitely have something to address there, slamming for sure. 5 bomb from KC Cultivation says in Veach we trust. He got an A in free agency, but I need him to sign Cam Jordan. I'm seeing things. What do you think? I was actually laughing about this earlier to Mike because God love you. God love you, Chiefs Kingdom. But there's a big portion of y'all out there that are a little bit gullible. And someone made a fake NFL Insider X profile.
Oh, yeah.
The name is Dixon Cider. And he released that the Chiefs are going to sign Cam Jordan. So everybody was going crazy. They're like, yeah. The Chiefs are going to get Cam Jordan. I'm like, did y'all even stop for 2 seconds to read that guy's name? Like, yeah. So like
Dixon Cider.
I don't think that was a real report. Now
that could be fake. I don't know.
That might be fake. But what's not fake is the fact that there is a link to Cam Jordan, Steve Spagnuolo, and the Chiefs have in the past liked to sign veteran defensive ends to help out for a year.
Yep.
So I think there is a little bit of smoke to that fire, but I don't think it's from Dixon.
No,
I don't think Dixon knows anything.
I mean, the first day Cam Jordan, they said they were going to get rid of Cam Jordan. I kind of brought that connection up. Like I've been preaching this now since whatever. 10.5 sacks last year. It's nothing to scoff at, man. He's a little older.
Hell no, I don't care how old he is, bro. I don't care how old he is. If he's putting up more sacks than our whole defensive line last year, get him over here.
He could be wheeling himself around in a wheelchair, and he'd be more of a pass rusher than O'Menahue.
Everybody putting these fake names in the chat right now is cracking me up. Y'all are wild. Let's freaking go.
You know the guy that reports for Houston?
Yeah. Thanks for the 5, Casey.
Yeah, the guy that Aaron Wilson. Somebody asked him about
Hey,
a fake
sitting me
player.
up, Aaron Wilson.
Yeah. Somebody asked him about a fake player. It's not even real. And he read it on the thing.
Aaron
and was
Wilson
like,
did?
yeah, and he was like, yeah, I can see them fitting into the offense. There wasn't even a real person. Like, they
Was it-
just made up a fake name.
Was it Hugh Janus?
It was like something like that. And he just rolled right with it and just kept going. And I'm like, whoa.
RB Walker, I got 2 words for you. Let's go, baby. So let's talk about this for a few minutes because there might be some people on the same page. And I'm not trying to call out the old man or anything, but I had a conversation with Pops earlier today because this is what we do is talk about the Chiefs, right? But he's not completely sold on Kenneth Walker III, and that blew my mind. Like, he's not completely sold on him. He's like, I don't know if he's what they think he is, and I'm not completely sold on him. And to me, I thought that was a wild take. Like,
You said, Pops, that's a wild take.
I was like, I don't know about that, man. Like, I mean, he's known as a home run hitter. He does it. There, I can understand some drawbacks because of the injury history and things like that, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't think the Chiefs have to worry about running back right now. Like, after signing Kenneth Walker, like, he is the Super Bowl MVP. He's a monster.
He is a proven commodity.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I would say that's one thing he's got over Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love does not have a Super Bowl MVP.
Right. There's lots of things there.
But do you think that's going back to just older Chiefs fans
that's
are just
another
so
thing,
used
yeah.
to getting burned throughout free agency? Every time we spend money on a big free agent, they just suck. Just happens over and over again, it seems.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe he just, maybe he really dug into the tape and he just isn't thrilled. I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. Kenneth Walker is an acquired taste.
He can't be no worse than what we had.
Exactly. But no, Kenneth Walker is definitely, he's a, we all saw it in the Super Bowl. He's Le'Veon Bell-esque. He's very patient. But his field vision's great. And he, like I said, he's very patient. He will wait for a play to develop. He will wait for that hole to open up.
I started thinking, too, do you think just having Kenneth Walker here elevates the offensive line? If for anything, you want to block for somebody that you fully respect and that can rip off a big gain if you have to. I think that you block harder for Kenneth Walker because you don't want Kenneth Walker to hate you. You know what I'm saying? Then Isaiah Pacheco.
It's not even just that, but I mean, the Chiefs have the best interior O-line in the league, and now you have the reigning Super Bowl MVP to go behind them. Can I talk about some breaking news, by the way?
Yeah, break it up.
Mike Garafolo, he's not going nowhere. Chiefs linebacker Drew Tranquill recently renegotiated the final year of his deal, taking his base pay from $6 million down to $3.5 million. 3 guaranteed, and trimming the cap number by $2.5 million. So Drew's staying.
What did they see in Drew Tranquill last year? Because he had a pretty down year.
Drew's a great player, though. He is. Last year, I feel like he was a little down, and I'm okay with this for the simple fact that you couldn't retain Leo Chanel.
But
you couldn't retain Leo. So now we got to bring in Jeffrey Bossa, and you have a guy that's got no experience with Jeffrey Bossa. He didn't get to play much at all last year. And
Jeffrey
then
Bossa also plays Drew Tranquill's side. You're not going to line him up in a Sam position where Leo played.
You're going to have to figure something out, brother. But having Drew and Nick there, I think, helps Bossa. I think they still might be looking to draft a linebacker.
It's a good linebacker class. Yeah, I told everybody to do some homework on BYU's Jack Kelly.
Yep, buddy. Let's see here. Mike, let's get back to the chat.
Wow.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, hey, shout out Drew, baby. Helping the salary cap any way he can. $2.5 million, we'll take it. That could mean something. It could mean something. Flapjack with the 2 bomb says y'all looking good in Chiefs uniforms as well. We need some Chiefs uniforms?
No, he tweeted me something today where he put us in Chiefs uniforms already.
Oh, did you AI us? Let's go find it.
I'm gonna go find it and bring it in. Oh my God, it's absurd to be.
Was it a DM or was it did you just add us?
No, I got it. I'll bring it in.
You gotta bring it in. I gotta see it.
It's completely absurd.
Is it absurd?
It cracks me up. I laughed for about 10 minutes this morning.
Flapjack, you're
I was
savage.
like, Flapjack, what are you doing, brother?
He's always flapjacking around,
Just flapping and jacking. Here you go. I'm gonna bring it in right now.
What you
Steve,
got?
I think I look like a football player.
I might not.
You look like a nerd that would tell us about football that would be popular on X.
How come that's not working for me?
I don't know, but here we go.
Why do I look so weird? What happened to my face? It's so squat.
Why do I look like Aaron Rodgers, bro?
You do kind of look like Aaron Rodgers.
Why do I look like A-Rod?
Hey, I have Kelsey's jersey on. You have Mahomes, though.
I know. Why did I get an A-Rod face? Like they turned me into A-Rod from the nose up.
I don't know.
Who are you? If I'm
Nobody.
A-Rod, who the hell are you? You look like Chris Berman.
Hey, I don't know what you used. I don't know if that was Gemini or ChatGPT or what, but they did me dirty.
Bro, look, half Aaron Rodgers, I'll take it. Steve over here looking like Seth Kaiser.
Yeah, like a damn South Park character. Get out of town. Appreciate you, Flapjack. We got the Bocious with the 5 bomb. Appreciate the support tonight, Bocious.
Dude, that's great.
I would love Bane at pick number 9. Does his arm length concern you at all, though? So I'll say this. I mean, that's obviously the big drawback with Bane is his short arms. But I watched a lot of stuff on Bane, and Bane is a monster, brother. He got some bend to him, too, for being a big old boy.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this. Normally, I don't really care about these types of things, bro. It's just like I'm never like the arm length guy or his hands are too small guy. I think I am more of an eye test guy. And Ruben Bain is damn good. Ruben Bain at number 9, I don't care if his arms were an inch shorter than they are now. If his tape looks the way it looks, I'd take it Ruben Bain at 9.
Yeah.
He's one of the only 3 blue chippers in this draft, in my opinion. It'd be him, Jeremiah Love, and Caleb Downs. And if he's there at 9, you take it.
Yeah. I agree. I think you got to look at the eye test. We've been saying this, man. Sometimes we get a little too enamored with metrics, you know.
Is it the glasses? Why am I a nerd all of a sudden?
Dude. Somebody said they crossed you with Steve Young. Bro, you look Steve old. Forget Steve Young. Like, what is this? Somebody said you look like a chemistry teacher.
I don't disagree.
I can't.
Dang, y'all are savages. Wearing me out.
I just realized, though, I feel like the AI mixed me with Aaron Rodgers.
My boy Mickey calling me Walter White here, man. Hey, what Heisenberg? Let's go. I'll take that one.
That's crazy.
I'll be Heisenberg. You guys are evil. All of y'all. Mikey with a 2 bomb says T-Rex had short arms, didn't stop him. That's right, baby. Bane's at T-Rex. He's still going to eat that.
What's he going to eat? What are we doing right now? What the?
Nothing. He's still going to sack the quarterback, brother. That's
Thank
all.
you. Like, we don't need whatever you're about to say.
Damn. They said I look like a place kicker. The salt shaker kicker.
You kind of look like Harrison Butker. If Harrison Butker looked like
Walter White,
a math teacher. I don't know, man. I don't understand who you are. Like, I figured it out. It looks like AI crossed me with A-Rod. There's just no way that they didn't. But who the heck did they put you with?
it just made my face really short.
Yeah, just
to make it fit in the helmet. It made my beard longer and my face shorter. If you go back and look at it,
it's so gross. I'm about to throw up.
Hey,
Dude,
I'm gonna have to redeem myself here. Hold on,
I hate that. Steve, go make yourself a new one.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Tell it to mix you with Fabio and put you in a beautiful, perfectly
I'm
fitted
just
face
I'm just gonna go to Gemini. I'm gonna put in the first picture of me I can find, and I'm gonna tell it to make me a Chiefs player.
Picture?
That'd be funny if I did. I don't, but I can make one real quick.
I don't know if anybody wants it.
Oh, they do. They do. A little Austin Powers action. Let's see. I don't have any pictures of myself. Where are we at? Come on. I got to start taking more selfies. Mike.
What?
Talk to the people while I'm trying to pull this off.
Sorry, I was trying to get you.
I mean, good grief.
I was trying to get you.
I'm over here trying to do this, and you're just like going to sleep.
I can't, dude.
Taking a nap.
I'm not. I was laughing at stuff. Okay, I'm sorry I laughed. What's the breaking news? What just happened? Something happened? Uh-oh. Breaking news. The Chiefs have signed Drew Tranquill. I think that's the breaking news. But yeah, Tranquill. Look, I don't even know.
We talked about that already.
I know. I don't like that. I don't even know. I mean, I don't dislike it, but at the same time, it's like, you just saved what? 2.5 mil? If you cut them, you saved 6. You saved triple the amount. And I don't know. I like Drew. Here's what I'll say. Drew's fine, but they overpaid Nick
Why does
Bolton.
it always put me in a Kelsey jersey every
I don't know.
time?
They overpaid Nick Bolton. And honestly, I thought Leo was the only one that had like potential to do more, and that's the one they let walk.
I really wanted to keep Leo.
Like, they couldn't figure out how to keep the best linebacker out of the group, to be honest. They overpaid a guy that shouldn't have been paid that money. And then you restructure to keep Drew Tranquill. It's just weird to me. I think there's got to be like some Spags stuff behind this. Like, Spags just got his guys that he really wants, Drew Tranquill and Nick Bolton, and he couldn't ever find a way to get to get Leo involved, I think. And that's why they just let him go.
Mike, go to Mega and pull this in.
Oh my God, are you really still messing with this?
Oh, I'm already done.
This better be immaculate.
It's better. It's still funny, though. And they always put me in Kelsey jersey.
Bro, you still look weird.
Hey, I'll take it over that one. I'll take it over the other one.
You still look really weird. What's happening?
It's the glasses. No one wears glasses under a football helmet.
You look like freaking Ryan Blankenship or whatever his name was, the kicker for the Colts.
Yeah, I would have to get those ones that like wrap around my head. Like
You're wearing the goggles, bro.
Get some gogs. Let's do it.
Ooh, at least your helmet fits a little better, I'll say.
There we go. Look, let's get the glasses off there.
You got double eye protection. You've got a visor and you've got glasses. Like, you're making sure you don't get poked in the eye.
Yep.
Straight
That's
up.
right.
And when did you get a neck tattoo? It looks like I see it peeking out under your shirt.
You didn't know I had that?
Is it a neck tattoo though? You don't got a neck tattoo.
I got one.
Did you just get it? You just hide it behind your beard?
No, but I was actually thinking about going and doing my entire throat and neck. I got some ideas.
You just showed your neck and you don't have a tattoo right there.
I don't have a tattoo here. I don't know what you're talking
Exactly. So why
about. I have a 13 behind.
Why does it look like you got a tattoo right there? Like, I can see the top of it poking out over the shirt.
It's chest hair, baby. That's the Austin Powers.
You got one row of chest hair, bro. I still think I like this one better.
Why did it make my face so short? What did it do that to me for?
I hate it and I love it all at the same time.
Let's go. Hey, Janae, come on, man. Killing me,
Yeah.
Smalls. See, look. Much better. It's Yeti hair. Sam knew what it was. Trying to say it was a tattoo. You're wild.
KY said you look like Noah Gray with facial hair.
Hey.
Plays like a sister.
Plays like a sister.
Who said that? Was that on what was that?
A Sandlot or something?
Was it?
I
For
don't
some
know.
reason, I was thinking of the one with Joe Boo. Look, I got one of these today.
Major
Are
League?
you ready for it? I got one of these. A mini hand
Why?
finger.
Why?
So
Are
when
you gonna
people say
tap?
dumb-
Are you gonna tap it?
Yeah. When people say dumb things to me, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you, shut up." I love it. And I also, do you see my whiteboard back here? See my finger?
Yeah.
I've put together the Chiefs offense. I'm going to put the defense up here. I've got removable Velcro.
You look like you need to clean your room, is what it looks like.
That's
you got too
just
much stuff going on.
That's a box that come with a new mattress topper. So I'm trying it out. If I don't
just
like it,
got
I'm
one
sending it
too. I had
back.
to get a cooling one.
Yeah, so this is my removable Chiefs depth chart. So when I get the defense on there and we cut somebody, I'm just going to say rip, and then put another one back in.
Hey, Sam,
awesome.
we know we got Emari Demercado. We talked about it in depth earlier, so you'll have to go back and check that out. Casey Combative says, did you guys see where Max Honecker in the Senior Bowl? Absolutely. Yeah, he was wrecking everybody. He's a monster. Love him. And he's fast as hell. Him and, what's his name, Jaylen Farmer, the Kentucky guy?
Yeah.
They're both fast.
Kentucky had a few really good dudes. Did you see where today it wasn't today.
Put Ruben Bain's arm back on the screen.
Where? Oh, yeah, here it is. If Ruben Bain had this tiny arm, I would still draft him at number 9.
Hey, that's what you're going to see every time he sacks somebody this year. He's going to put his little finger up.
I'm going to say, hey, Ruben. Yeah.
Dude, if Ruben Bain's watching this episode, he's like, do not draft me in Kansas City. These guys are assholes.
Ruben. Wonder if I could cut that finger off and move it over to the middle section and then have a middle finger. I could just be like, does it kind of look like it? If I just flash it really quick, I'm like,
no, he's just that's going to be his Charles O'Menahue thing. Like every time he gets a sack, instead of like doing the dramatic thing, he's just going to go.
I'm gonna get a custom one made.
Someone said that pointer is an inch longer than Bain's arm. That's Chiefs 63. Let's go.
Hey, 10 inches shorter than Chris Jones' third arm. Eh?
I see what you did there. Guys, appreciate y'all being here. Do us a favor. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. I want to shout out Flapjack for a freaking hundo bomb today. And the rest of you guys that donated, you guys are legends. Appreciate you.
Flapjack, you're number 1, buddy.
Iron Price gifting out some memberships. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the support. It's the devil's butthole of the off season, so all the support is much appreciated. Keeps us fat and sassy during the off season. So we appreciate you. Somebody said thanks for all the live content you guys have been doing lately. Yeah, Mike's been working a little OT. Been throwing in these vertical live streams. It's been fun though. Like every time I've been on them, I like them. I think it's a fun thing. It's a little bit different. Get some different people in there, so it's good. But appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that like button on the way out. And we'll catch you next time. Go Chiefs.
Get wild.